After work I found this nice little rock wall on Google Maps, so I thought I'd go out for a bit of a flick. I was set up for Taylor, but I was hoping for anything really. Literally first cast. The area looked very fishy. Definitely a herring. Got him flicked off straight away. In this video I'll run through a few different metals, some Stickbait, some soft plastic that I use at the end as well. As I'm winding in I could literally see them. See a little hit on the surface there. And they're just hunting down the lure there. There's packs of them. I've got a bit of a heavier outfit for herring. I've got my Laguna X 8 foot 4 to 6 kilo and my 3000 reel with 10 pound braid, and I think it's got 20 pound leader on it because I was going to go for Taylor. If I knew I was going to be targeting herring and the little lures, I probably would have used my 2 to 4 or even my 1 to 3 kilo Veritas. The 10 pound was fine though. Pretty much getting a fisher cast at the moment, but I'm having a bit of trouble pulling over these rocks here. I've got my rod down because I don't want it to breach and shake me out, but the issue is I probably should have been lifting up the rod a bit higher as I was bringing him into me, because I was just bumping him off the rocks here. I started with the Fish Ink flanker. Great lure, good for river choppers as well. I had a 1.0 hook on it. The issue I probably had was it was pretty old and rusty hook as well, but couldn't really be bothered changing it. What I thought I'd do today is run for a few lures. Here I've hooked up to a snook and just lost him, and on the tree bin I still get a hit. You could literally see the fish jumping over the lure. Saw a few little snook do some cartwheels too. It was all catch and release today. Having said that, most of the fish bloody shook off as I was pulling them over the rocks anyway. These fish are expert at throwing out lures, especially if they're a bit bigger. They just use the weight of the lure when they shake their head side to side. There we go. Decided to go to the old trusty Harco Twisty 10 gram. When the herring are hot like this, they're unstoppable. I've also got this one fresh out of the pack, so the trebles will be pretty sharp. Straight away. Very reliable. Oop. There we go, shook me out again. Not the biggest fish, but a lot of fun, especially when you're getting them fish after fish. Because they were on every cast as well, it gave me a bit of time to be able to use a few different lures. Either way, it was very relaxing. Another hit on the surface there. Nice watching the sunset. Saw some nice dolphins cruising past as well. I have the drag fairly soft as well. Otherwise you just keep on pulling hooks. Again, while you're using sort of like 4 or 6 pound braid would have been better, and a nice light little rod. Having said that, still caught a ton of fish. I saw some commotion probably about 50 metres out, so I thought I'd change up and try and put on my heaviest lure. I had my Richard plug 2 ounce, which is probably not really suitable for this rod, and had a big chance of snapping my rod, but I thought it might be some salmon, just the way that it was rippling up and they were smashing herring right out the back. So I quickly tied it on with one of my loop knots. My main problem was by the time I'd tied this lure on and cast it out, I could see whatever it was, if it even was salmon, it could have been something else busting up there, slowly swim off into the distance. I did about 2 or 3 casts with the Richard plug, and I realised I was probably going to snap my rod, so I swapped over to the Shore Catch Bishop. It's 28 grams, perfect for tailor as well as salmon, and I've caught herring and even skippy on it as well. This had a 2.0, I think, it may even be in 3.0 hook. I'm pretty sure it was a 2.0 single though. The lure was getting hit every cast by the herring and the snook, but because it had the bigger lure, it was probably a little bit better for the snook, and still managed to get a few of the decenter herring. Now for the last, we've probably got the 2 better lures. The Shid Sivastic. This is 11 gram, so it's perfect for herring. This one's in gold. I probably prefer the blue, but the gold worked fine here. Pretty much every cast again. It's a lot lighter lure as well, harder for them to shake out. And you got 2 trebles. The only issue with these little shiver sticks is that Taylor love them too, and they'll inhale them. At this size anyway. 21 grams, way better for the Taylor. These just skim off the surface when you're casting off rock walls. Nice little snook here. Have to be a little bit more careful dehooking these with their teeth. I decided to chuck on a soft plastic to have a crack. I had a lot heavier jig head. I think it was a size 2.0 3/5. so it was a pretty heavy weight. My camera ran out of battery, so I actually caught quite a few snook with it. Then I chucked on my backup camera. The last snook actually took off the tail, so I was pretty much using it as a flick bait instead of just retrieving it in. You'll see a picture of it shortly. It's just a 3-inch fish arrow. It actually cast out quite nicely with the weight. The herring we're finding it a little bit more hard to flick out as well. As you see there, it's got no tail. Basically it's just a flick bait now. Herring still liked it. Had the S factor on it as well, which is always helpful. Let it sink a little bit. Because I've got a pretty stiff rod here, I'm giving it pretty big flicks as well. You can have a bit more finesse with a 1 to 3 or 2 to 4 kilo rod. There we go. What a beautiful way to spend an afternoon. Quickly packed up my gear and got off the rocks before the sun went down. Great day. For more Perth Metro, other herring, tailor and flathead videos, please subscribe. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section.